We're live. Well, I'm not holding a guitar because we must admit we pre-recorded this concert. My great friend, wonderful singer-songwriter Greg Tamblyn is joining me, and we recorded it a few hours ago. And because we're in different places, he's in Kansas City and I'm in Massachusetts. We can't sing and play together, but we traded songs, and I just had a fantastic time with him. And I'm gonna try to play it right now. Let's see if I can get it. Plant more than you harvest, sun and water, earth and seeds. Plant more than you harvest, give the earth all that it needs. Hi, I'm Jim Scott. This is my regular Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time concert that I've been doing for 3 years since COVID came and took away all our work. This is my great songwriter friend Greg Tamblyn here. And it's a pleasure. We can't play together because Greg's in Kansas City and I'm, well, somewhere like Kansas City. And I'm in Massachusetts, but we're going to trade songs back and forth. Well, how are you, Greg?
You know, parts of me are excellent, and the rest are getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your song about atoms. I hope you're going to put that in here somewhere.
Oh, well, I'm sure we can fit it in. Yeah, thanks.
Well, so what's up with you? Are you back on the road touring? And
Yeah, you know, I'd say so. It's not full time like it was before COVID, and that's partly me, and it's partly I kind of got used to being home a lot, and I kind of like it, but I miss being on the road. I had a great time in Minnesota last weekend. That was really fun. So I want to do crank it up, get out there more. How about you?
I'm vowing I'm not going to kill myself on the road the way I used to, and I have to say no to some things. That's my new practice, but still, we need gigs.
Yeah.
So we're having. I've been back out playing for live people. It's pretty nice. Well,
Yeah.
You want to sing us something? Anything you'd like to do?
Okay. Well, you mentioned the Adams song, so I'll just start there. Yeah,
This is well start with Adams.
This is a song, kind of self-explanatory, but it is a little bit of a science lesson. And it did win an award in the Posse Fest for Most Uniting Song.
Yeah, I remember that.
I have a lot of fun with this song. I think it's a fun thought, a fun idea. So here we go. It's called All These Atoms. You breathe out, I breathe in. We're sharing molecules again. Oxygen and hydrogen. Do you know where your atoms have been? Parts of me were once in you. Genghis Khan and Gandhi too. Jesus Christ and dinosaurs. Princess Di and Dinah Shore. All these atoms everywhere circle back so we can share. No escaping, yes it's true. Parts of me were once in you. My whole body, smooth and hairy, is really very temporary. Every year, a new epidermis. Maybe next year's will be firmer. There's some atom somewhere in Spain I could use back in my brain. They stay a while and then they leave. They only fit what we conceive. All these atoms here on Earth get recycled, death to birth, like some ever-changing brew. Parts of me are now in you. As hard as it might seem to be, parts of you were once a tree, once a fish in the primal soup. Something's dinner, something's poop. 15 billion years ago, the Big Bang was quite a show. All this time and now here we are. Parts of you were once a star. All these atoms we've collected only mean that we're connected. Since we share what we're made of, don't you think that calls for love? Take a deep breath and share some atoms. It's not like you have any choice.
There we go. I'm sure I was muted when I wasn't on the screen. Oh, I love that. I wrote a song. We called this "That Reminds Me of a Song," thinking we could play back and forth. But I don't want to sing this song. I'll just tell you. I'll just give you the moral of the story.
Okay.
That it says the atom is doing fine, and the atom knows nothing about a cell.
Right.
And they don't know each other, and but they're totally connected. And then a cell and the human body just presumes the subservient cell and goes on. And then it's the humans and their little wars and things on Earth, and the ending is it doesn't mean a thing to the nearest star. And it's a serious thing. I'm going to leave that out. But
I just want to say that I love that idea. I haven't heard that song. I love that idea. That's cool.
And that reminds me. I don't want to talk too much right now, but I always try not to talk too much.
Okay.
I try, and that song is going to be in my big multimedia show that I'm calling "The Year to Save the Earth." This is what I'm going out and doing this year. Is I'm wanting to book this concert everywhere. Multimedia, that we've got projected images of all this stuff, and sometimes it could be with a band, or even I'm rehearsing with a high school choir here. But I can also do it solo. So that's my big thing. But speaking of that, reminds me of a song. This is the one that comes to mind.
Okay, good.
Well, we're all made of rain that fell from the sky. We're each a piece of earth, you and I. We're thankful for this web of life on this little blue-green ball. We're thankful for earth, sky, and sea. And mending this web is up to you and me. I'll push this button here. Oh, what was once me is now a part of you. No, wait a minute. What was once you is now a part of me. And it turns out we're related to broccoli. We're thankful for this web of life on this little blue-green ball. We're thankful for earth, sky, and sea, and mending this web is up to you and me. Well, this earth is one big living thing, and all life has one song to sing. The music Mother Nature gives, the harmony of all that lives. Think about your life, think about this day. We can't let life on earth just go away. We're thankful for this web of life on this little blue-green ball. We're thankful for earth, sky, and sea, and mending this web is up to you and me.
Oh man, that's awesome. Is that in the show?
No, I've thought about it, but I haven't made illustrations of it to do that. I got a commission to write. You play at Unitarian Universalist churches too. I know you play it more Unity and what do we call those? New Thought churches.
Yeah.
Then I've played at a bunch of those too. So that's where we crossed paths in the first place. I forgot what that thing was called, but years ago, some kind of festival. But anyway, the Unitarian Universalists have 7 principles. Now they're arguing over, well, democratic voting, over an 8th principle even. So I got a commission to write songs for kids on the principles, and that's the 7th principle is the interdependent web of all life. So we're thankful for this web of life just came to me.
Well, I love it. And I mean, I was going to say, it sounds like a children's hit song. It could be easily. It's perfect.
I have fun with it. Kids like it. The grown-ups even like it. That's
Even better.
Well, what reminds you of something? Anything?
Well, the obvious thing after that for me is, excuse me, is this is kind of a new song for me. On the ocean, green and blue, fall from the sky, that's what I'd do. If you didn't have me, then you wouldn't have you. Or foggy mornings too. I bring life to everything, help the flowers bloom in spring, wet your mouth so you can sing, and kiss each other too. Falling down, sky to ground, flowers, trees, and grass, changing state, evaporating is a total gas. I can lift up any boat, I can quench your thirsty throat. When I'm frozen I can float, and that really breaks the rules. I am salty, I am fresh, I can clean up any mess, hide a monster in Loch Ness. Just kidding, April Fool. Flowing down underground aquifers of stone, clean and clear, a billion years until you came along. Come on, wake up. There's life in outer space, some other kind of race. I'm probably in that place, and that is pretty cool. And if atoms come from stars, hey, we all came pretty far, and I'm mostly what you are. I'm a water molecule. Oh, kind of
Oh
lost my
man,
place there at the end.
I haven't heard that. That's fantastic.
Thanks.
And I've mentioned, 20 years ago, I wrote this big book, the Earth and Spirit Songbook. Unfortunately, it didn't have any Greg Tamblyn songs in it. But the next book that
Next
we're
edition.
working on, wow, that's a perfect song for the book, and so is the one you did before. It's not or songs of earth, and ideally songs that maybe have a chorus for groups to sing, but not necessarily. And the songs all don't have to be, let's all get together and save the whales or something. Like, it could be anything, seasons, rites of passage, just earth imagery and celebrating the earth. So we were talking, what song maybe do you wish would be more famous, or would
or a
really
hit.
go somewhere? And I can't say that I have thought so much. I'm sure the ideas crossed my mind to have a hit song or something, but I don't think either of us are in the business of. That's not, we're not trying to be whatever Hollywood or Tin Pan Alley songwriters writing a million-selling song, or maybe you are, but I think your songs are just more healing and universal than all of that sort of thing, educational, than drug, sex, and self-destruction, and I need you, and I can't live without you, and so I wrote this
Hurt
song
me,
just to be on
hurt
the
me,
street.
hurt me, hurt me. Just love me. Sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. Well, I wish we could sing it together. I just teach people this, at rallies and sing it a cappella, but I'll accompany it a little bit. Not quite call and response, not quite a zipper song, but somewhere in there. We are the earth, and we speak for creation. We cannot stand by and watch its devastation. And we will not be bought. Everybody sing. And we will not be bought. We will not be deceived. We will not be deceived. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. He's trying to push that button. We are the earth, and we shall speak as one. Will not surrender great glaciers to the sun. And we will not be bought. We will not be deceived. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are the earth of forest, soil, and ocean. We will stand in our defense and devotion. We will not be bought, and we will not be bought. We will not be deceived. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are the earth, wounded but unbroken. We will rise when to power truth is spoken. And we will not be bought, not be deceived. We will not be deceived. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are the earth, diverse and yet united. We will keep on until the wrongs are righted. We will not be bought, and we will not be bought. We will not be deceived. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are one. We are strong. We are the earth. We are more than just dwellers on this earth. We are the earth.
Yeah, lovely, lovely.
Oh,
Can
we
hear a
could
bunch
sing
of people
together.
singing
I
that.
can hear you putting a higher harmony in there.
Yeah, if I heard it a couple more times, I could. Well, fantastic song. You mentioned Unitarian churches, and so we're kind of on this little bit of a scientific kick here. So how about we mix science with spirituality? This is
Well, yeah, that's what you use are indicted for right there.
okay. We'll see what you think of this. And I'm thinking one line in particular.
Oh,
In the beginning, there was lots of competition. Goddesses and gods of every disposition, from merciful to mean, from laid back to hyper, and little baby gods that flew around in diapers. Animals, pranksters, destroyers, creators, flute players, lute players, nymphs, and satyrs. So many gods, it was hard to keep them sorted. God had multiple personality disorder. Well, keeping track of all these gods was no fun, so finally some people said, let's cut it down to one. But the one god was angry, always finding fault. There was banishment and floods and pillars of salt. Well, why? Was God traumatized at an early age by standing too close to the Big Bang? Was it nature or nurture or Satan's little goblins? God had anger, management problems. And God had other issues that messed with serenity, like this long-term question of sexual identity. The feminine divine or the male autonomous. God was so confused. Am I androgynous? And then on top of that, what was challenging the most was trying to figure out what the heck's the Holy Ghost. And God needed time off and checked into a clinic. And poor old God was becoming schizophrenic. While in for treatment, God sent some folks to teach us, like Krishna and Buddha, Mohammed and Jesus. On some things they agree, on other things they don't. And if you choose the wrong one, some say your soul is toast. Now everybody's praying by all these different rules. Muslims 5 times a day, Buddhists quite a few, Hindus, Jews, and Christians whenever there's a need, and Unitarians would rather plant a tree. Well, God's come a long way from that early dysfunction, and now science has brought us to this beautiful junction. The key to the theory is that every single thing is made up entirely of vibrating strings. Well, this is what musicians have known all along. The universe is really one big song. And there you have it, friends. That's the story so far. We're all just musical strings in God's big guitar.
oh man. I want to borrow that song. I want to.
Take it. Use it.
Oh wow.
Record it. Give it away. Whatever.
I'm sure you probably know the song Dave Carter wrote, Rock Me Goddess in the Loving Arms of Eden. Do you know that song?
I don't think so.
It's got all of, he left us too soon. It's all of evolution in the song. But yours is funnier. It's great. Well, I don't know what to do in response to that. I have deliberately written some songs for things. My song, and in terms of what do I wish would be more famous or whatever. My song "Gather the Spirit" is my entree to things. But I wrote this song, and we were, what would I wish would be more famous? I don't know what kind of career I see for this song, but I stole the melody from Mozart.
Oh, cool.
Why did I put this cable on here? I can't see the frets. Go your way in peace. Wander as you may. Blessed is the path you take. May love guide you on your way. Well, he's gonna push the button and just be the one person on the screen. Comfort find in truth. May your struggles cease. May the fire within your heart light the way of peace. And from the clarinet concerto. Bright and brave the dreams born in darkest night. Mindful make our every step, honor all within our sight. Minds and hearts now one, till we meet again. Hold the vision of our peace sacred until then. Oh, this place.
I love hearing a nylon string guitar played as well as you play it. That's really beautiful. Okay.
Well, thanks. You also go out as a, I'm sure it's totally musical, but as a motivational speaker, and these songs, I just have to say, are sneaky. As much as we're going to laugh at the lines in the songs, they're so insightful. I love what you get into, and then you take it out to the the exponent or something. You take it out to the Cartesian product of thinking about whatever.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's very nice to hear. That last song, I forgot to give credit to my co-writer on that last song, Richard Helm. I've written many songs with Richard, and it's usually kind of like you say, we start with an idea, or we start talking till we have an idea, and then we just see how absurd we can get with it, how far out we can go. That's kind of the process a lot of times, if it's a funny song. So let me play one not funny. I get requested this song a lot, and I don't do it very often because it's intense. It's an intense song. And so if you're listening, if you're watching, this is one of those songs that could bring up some stuff for you. And I encourage people, if that happens, to just keep breathing, because the message is so beautiful, and it's a true story. So It's
Wow.
very cool in that way. It's a true story from World War One. It's called One Day on the Fields of France.
We'll get ready for that.
One day on the fields of France, some soldiers went to war. I was among those brave young men, though I'd never killed before. And when the battle was over, I found blood on my hands. And that night I wrote a letter and tried to understand. Dear Hannah Renicky, my army holds a victory tonight, but I am haunted by the memory of one young foe as he died. And in his hand he held a picture of someone that he loved. And on the back the writing told me that I had killed your son. He seemed to be about my age, too young to feel life in some other time and place. We might have been friends, and the reason I'm writing, as strange as it may seem, is to ask if you could ever somehow forgive me. Months have passed now since I shipped home. Today a letter came. I felt my fingers trembling as I read the sender's name. And as I pulled the letter open, my heart filled with fear. Then as I read the words she'd written, I blurred them with my tears. Dear sir, she wrote to me, my son was the source of all my joy. My heart breaks each time I think I'll never see my boy. Just as you cannot know how I feel to lose my only son, I cannot imagine how it feels to take the life of someone If you could come here to my home, let me see your face. Spend a few hours here with me. Take my young man's place. Then I think that we might better know this pain that's shared between us two. And then I think that I could let him go and somehow forgive you. It's what we all were taught so long ago. So I will forgive you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Don't know what to
sorry.
say after
I
that.
didn't think about what you have to do play after that,
What a
but
beautiful, amazing story too.
yeah, it's a great story. And, you know, we just had Memorial Day, so I thought maybe I might throw that in too. But it's okay with me if you want to go in another direction, lighten it up a little bit.
I think maybe this is where I go next. To love this world takes a courage. Rest assured, fear will not answer the call. Worry will not hasten the balm of peace, and anger solves nothing at all. Rest in the arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Draw the circle without ending. Broken spirits now safe and mending. Welcoming arms wide and extending. Welcoming arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. To love this world takes a persistence. There are seasons of both sun and of rain. Better with some perspective of time and distance. Love won't mask the truth, but soothes the pain. Rest in the arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Draw the circle without ending. Broken spirits now safe and mending. Welcoming arms wide and extending. Welcoming arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Let's find a rest for a time in forgiveness. Precious quiet moments heal this day. We won't ignore the distant thunder, but right now let the troubles of the world be far away. Rest in the arms of love. rest in the arms of love. Draw the circle without ending, broken spirits now safe and mending, welcoming arms wide and extending, welcoming arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Rest in the arms of love. Draw the circle without ending, broken spirits now safe and mending, welcoming arms wide and extending, welcoming arms of love. Rest in the arms of love.
Ah, that was perfect. Good song to follow that. Tearjerker. That's beautiful.
One that I thought goes well at the unity and more metaphysical, whatever we call that, new thought kind of churches that, my problem there a lot of time is so many places I visit seem to be on grade one, and they, like they're speaking to the people that just got there, or educating, and this is the basic thing, where then there's a few places where the minister or the worship team or the musicians, take it to another level. And I guess maybe that's been happening more lately too, I have to say, so I'll give them a break. But one criticism of it. On the other side, you use or confuse or even be there. That's that on to do that.
Mm-hmm. People consider themselves. There's more. Me, we're very patient church. Denomination. There's so much in the and
yeah, I think so, and they're all pretty autonomous, so they go their own way.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
And church. We do a lot of other things too. We'll play for anybody.
Yeah, and which reminds me, I like to do a little commercial here, because I see the banner scrolling across, and people can make a donation down there at Jim's links if you like. And also to my folks who are watching, you can sign up for Jim's newsletter at the address down there, his website, right, Jim? They can do that?
Yeah, well, right there is paypal.me, Jim Scott Music, to make a donation, or Venmo. Then jimscottmusic.com.
They can sign up for your newsletter.
And and everybody, my friends, hey, check out what Greg's doing. And what's your website?
It's gregtamblyn.com.
gregtamblyn.com. Okay.
Yeah.
There being a lot of Jim Scotts on jimscottmusic.com.
Yeah. Well, here's a song that's, we're going to change directions here just because I'm feeling it. And this is a song I wrote not long ago with, again, my friend Richard Helm. And Jim, I know with your audience being a lot of people that are intellectual and Unitarian, I'm sure that many of them are sitting here just thinking, when is one of these guys going to play some kind of song about current philosophical arguments? So here you go, folks. This is for you. Yeah. This is called Free Will. I can choose to refuse this piece of chocolate cake, but what mind is behind this decision that I make? Conscious or unconscious? Am I a puppet of my soul? It's free will until something takes control. Advertising, programming, addiction, DNA, karma, dharma, evolution, destiny or fate, my heart or my mind or my little inner voice. I believe in free will, 'cause I have no choice. I can't stop loving you. Maybe I just won't. My funny Valentine, I need you, want you, or both. My reproductive urges make me ask when life begun, would I be another person if a different sperm had won? Advertising, programming, addiction, DNA, karma, dharma, evolution, destiny or fate, my heart or my mind or my little inner voice. I believe in free will, 'cause I have no choice. Oh, my cool cerebral cortex can't always take control. My reptile brain takes over when it's fed testosterone. I've tried to do the right thing, except when I forgot to. I believed in free will till I decided not to. I know it's deep, isn't it?
Oh my God, that got deep down in some. Put your boots on. So that one. I'm glad I shut myself off for that because Boomer the dog is right here, and he decided to go over to the door and growl and just bark once. I persuaded him to stop. Are you stopping?
Oh, that's right. That's great. My dog's behind the screen.
He's guided by his own agenda too. For
Right.
as the world is evolving, I was thinking of that advertising, propaganda.
Programming. Yeah, propaganda's a good word. We could put that in there.
Well, algorithms now. I mean, they got us figured out. And whatever. It's a dangerous world out there. Well, here's a little philosophizing about. Thank you for remembering to say a little commercial there before. I'm the worst at that. We really appreciate. I've been doing these concerts for a little more than 3 years now, since Earth Day of 2020, when I had all these big concerts. I don't know about. I wonder where were you at this point, Greg? I had invested in 5 plane trips, and I had things booked, and all that. And they don't give you the airlines don't give you the money back. Like I had a lot of airline credit for a year after canceling all of those gigs and everything. So I began to do these Wednesday concerts, and early on it was big response, and people have drifted off, but enough people keep telling me, oh, keep doing it, and they drop in and people watch it later. So I'm delighted, and it's been great to just be an excuse to connect with friends too now and do this. This all. What happened when COVID hit for you? I imagine the same thing. You had tours and.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of stuff that just didn't happen, of course. So it just got canceled / postponed. And then it took me longer than you to figure out how to do the streaming and start doing it. But I think I was doing it probably by the fall of that year, and not with any kind of frequency, just mostly doing requests, people that wanted me to appear in some way or shape or form.
Yeah.
I think I've only done about one of these concert
that-
type things a year.
That has saved us, churches, schools, even some events, peace groups and stuff that will, everybody's learned how to do Zoom and all that and get technology to do that. Well, here's my my philosophizing about the job of, what is this job that we I did my job. If you're a little unsure now, I did my job. If I keep you up at night, I did my job. If you felt shots across the bow, now I did my job. If you laughed at the insight, well, critic says it's worthless, but someone was moved to tears, and a mother sings it to her child for the next 100 years. I did my job. If we raised up expectations, I did my job. If I was in your face, I did my job. If there were uncomfortable revelations, I did my job. If I touched a private place, well, right there's the evidence that this outrageous idea floats, 'cause the leader walked out offended while the seeker was taking notes. I did my job. If I polished my delivery, I did my job. If tonight my aim was better, I did my job. If we lit up the periphery, I did my job. If there was an article in the newsletter, well, mysterious prescription with dark secrets leaking out, and part of the cure's a story, all up to you what it's about. I did my job. If there was tension and release, I did my job. If we confronted joy and sorrow, I did my job. If for the moment you felt peace, I did my job. If you remember some of this tomorrow, well, where is it? The whole joke just fell apart. Seductress melody and the deity of harmony, it should not be that easy for enigma to grow so clear to see. I did my job. If the devil was a dancer, I did my job. If we questioned what we knew, I did my job. If for a moment love was the answer, I did my job. If I got close to you, those pictures.
Very cool. That's really, really close to being a rap song. You know, I mean, you could so easily make it a rap song. What was that lick you were losing there? Wow, that's from something.
Jimi Hendrix. In
yeah,
there.
Jimi Hendrix. Yeah. Yeah. No. I haven't heard that in decades.
I don't know.
Decades. What do you think? One more?
Oh yeah. Oh, what are we gonna have to pay us overtime? Pay the audience overtime?
I'm just checking. I thought you said.
I'd love to hear another song from you.
Okay.
And any profound thoughts?
Oh, I never have profound thoughts. It's just dangerous.
Sorry, I brought it up.
Too dangerous. Well, let me think here. You know, I have this song you just reminded me of called Self-Employment Made Harder by Difficult Boss. Here, I'll just play you a little tiny bit of that.
All right.
You might think self-employment is a great way to work, but self-employment's harder when your boss can be a jerk. How come I just pretend to listen to the things I say What makes me think I can treat myself this way? I don't give myself enough time off, and I do give myself flack. And sometimes I make fun of myself behind my back. Then, just when I thought I had a shot at real advancement, I took myself to court for sexual harassment. And it goes on. So, we were talking. Yeah, it goes on. It's kind of a goofy little song. We were talking about
working remote. Boy, that's been our life.
well, we were talking about how we're not really in the business of trying to write hit songs, but for a while I was. I lived in Nashville for about 5 years and was trying to be a commercial songwriter, and I had a little bit of success. I did get a couple things recorded by country artists. Have you heard of Reba McEntire?
I love Reba McEntire. Boy, yeah, beautiful.
Okay. Well, she didn't record my song, but her brother did. A guy named Paik McEntire, back in the
Reba
mid-'80s.
McEntire's brother.
Yep. She has a brother and a sister, and they all sing. He got signed to RCA, a record deal in the mid-'80s, and I was lucky enough to get a song on his first album. And in fact, it was supposed to be the fourth single from the album, and the last minute they switched my song, which you'll hear is kind of a swing tune. They switched and replaced it with a ballad, kind of a depressing ballad with a duet with Reba, which tanked. They should have made my song the fourth single because it would have been.
Which we should explain for anybody. The record companies have these meetings like the newspaper.
Yeah.
Deciding what's the headline.
Yeah.
They're deciding what money are we going to spend. What are we going to spend the money on?
Yeah.
So they went with that other song.
The head of the record company, I found out from himself, he didn't know who I was, but I found out directly from him that he had made the decision to switch away from my song to this duet, which was actually written by a friend of mine. Anyway, had they not done that, I probably would have made close to $500,000 because a single is a big deal. But that didn't happen. Anyway, I'm probably better off now that I didn't get a lot of quick, easy, fast money. Because, who knows what would have happened. Probably never would have had this career, but regardless.
You'd probably be unapproachable now, so.
Yeah. Probably thinking I was hot shit or something. This is the song called Good For You. And you can hear Paik McEntire's version. All you have to do is look it up. Baby, that coffee ain't good for you. Honey, that jelly roll, it ain't good too. There's lots of bad things no matter what you do. What I got is good for you. Baby, what I got is good for you. And it's all you'll ever need, all you ever want, 'cause what I got is so good for you. Honey, that job might drag you down. Baby, that boss man might push you around. He'll get you so mad, and you know that's bad too. What I got is good for you. Baby, what I got is good for you. It's all you ever need, all you ever want, 'cause what I got is so damn good for you. How do I know I'm the answer to your problem? Darling, it's not hard to see. It always goes both ways, it's give and take. The thing about it is I know you're just so good for me. Baby, can't you see? Honey, that deep sleep, it's good for you. Baby, those sweet dreams, they're so good too. But when it's nighttime, there's other things to do. What I got is good for you. Baby, what I got is good for you. dancing.
love it. Yeah, we could know that what we got to offer is good for people. Well, thank you, all the folks out there, and Greg's folks who might have dropped in. I'm delighted to get to know you, and thank you everybody for making a donation if you can, and that keeps us going. I'll just mention I'm doing a fundraising thing that you'll see on my website, and if you're on my mailing list. We are doing a fundraising campaign to try to get the capital together to make a recording to go with my Year to Save the Earth campaign that I'm taking all over the country. And that's, so, you know, we're trying to build our business. We're doing various things. I've gotten a couple of, I'm blessed by a couple of friends, well, several. One does my newsletter, thank you, Steve Israel, and Elise McDonald is working with him now. I've raised up Instagram now. I had an Instagram thing for years. Nothing ever happened with it. You know, kind of growing that. And Rick Siggy is helping me get some streaming, and finally I'm getting some placements on like Spotify and Apple Music and things like that. I knew nothing about that. I still don't. But
Well, listen, congratulations. You're now going to make dozens of pennies a year
yeah,
from Spotify.
We'll see if all those fractions of a penny add up to $1.
Yeah. Good luck.
Well, I always end with this song. I'll just sing the chorus. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, and ever dancing circles in the night. Well, thanks so much, Greg. It was just
I love this song. I hope you're not going to just stop.
Yeah, you can talk. We don't have to be synced up. I can keep playing some chords. Well, it was just too much fun.
Thank you, Jim, really, for having me. And I know we've been threatening to do this for a while, and thanks for your patience. And everybody tuning in, if I've not met you, I'd like to meet you. And friends of mine that are watching, thanks. Appreciate it always. Your support, you know, keeps me off the street. So thank you. Thanks, Jim.
Well, I hope to get out to the Kansas City area. Sometime it would be lovely to collaborate in real time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night. So, Greg Tamblyn, it's been an honor and a pleasure. We'll look to find you down the road. And thank you, everyone. Be well, love each other, and good night.